up, YouTubeites? Welcome into the Cover Price Top 10 for the week ending August 19th, 2024. While you all are congregating, let's do that damn thing.
Do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. Come on. Come on. Do the damn thing.
Oops, I forgot to put this back on stage. Hi, guys. Welcome into the Cover Price weekly top 10. Somebody in the chat wants to know if you're witness protection there, Marty.
I am in witness protection. Actually, just so you know, I am actually at Disney, one of the Disney resorts right now. I was just outside watching the fireworks go up in one of the theme parks. So I'm here this week in Orlando at a mental health, behavioral health conference for work this week. So I'll be doing the show streaming live here all the way from Orlando Disney. You know, I can't let Gabe and Laura do this without me. You know, I got to get in on this.
Yeah.
Mental health and Disney. There's some kind of weird cross connection there somewhere.
Yeah,
I thought I was talking to Marty in the background or in the green room. I thought he was like in the doghouse. Like I thought he got in trouble.
Yeah, he did. He's like, dude, are you okay? Are you in the doghouse? I told him, I was like, hey, I'm in a hotel room. He's like, well, you in the doghouse? Like, no, man, I'm fine, man. I'm just
The
here
wife
for a
kicked you
convention,
out.
man.
No, the best part of the green room, you guys miss this, is he misses his dogs. So the dogs are going to be watching the show tonight so they can hear his voice.
I miss my babies, man. I miss my fur babies, you know. And I told the wifey, I said, hey, you got to make sure the show is on. That way they can hear my voice in the background, you know. No snoring tonight, though.
I know I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss the snoring. All right. Gabe, say what's good to the people.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Starting to show off right on that crazy comedy kick that we like to do. We're making this fun. We're making this exciting. It's a great list, everybody. And also, just another thing in the background that we talk about is the viewers. All you guys have really been coming in and really pumping up the stats on this show.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they have.
we got really great views. We got really great engagements, interactions here in the chat.
Mhm.
Afterwards, you get a lot of really cool comments. Me and Laura go back and forth with some people on there. So just massive thanks for everybody that's supporting this. Massive thanks, of course, to Cover Price for giving us this little space to continue the show. Again, this is a show where we talk about the top 10, but we're not pushing books on people. We're not giving any kind of spec notes. We're not trying to gaslight or FOMO anybody. It's pure just comic love, passion, and the stats and the sales numbers here.
That's right. That's right. You know, and I would tell you, shout out to the guys at Cover Price, man, because, you know, I had my collection transferred from CLZ to the Cover Price.
Right.
And it's so nice. I can see, like, you know, my value, the prices, everything I had. I love it. Thank you guys from the Cover Price. And if you guys aren't on that yet, oh my God, what are you waiting for? This is a great cool to have, especially if you're a comic collector and you want to know the values. You just want to have something organized in your collection to see. It's a great app. So check it out.
Hey, Marty, not to keep turning this into like a plug for Cover Price, but was that simple to do? Because all my stuff's in CLZ.
Yeah. So this is what it is. What you got to do is you got to go on not the CLZ app, but you actually got to go onto the cloud, CLZ cloud. And they're in one of those hamburger things, those 3 bars. You click on there, and it says to download for Cover Price. So once you download it, it converts this thing into an Excel spreadsheet, and you email it to the guys at Cover Price. And what they do is they transfer everything for you. And, you know, it takes about 5 to 6 days, maybe a week or so to get it. But I tell you what, those guys had me on the next day, man.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Well, there you go, guys. Shout out CovrPrice. But yeah, let's just dive right in because I know we're a little bit behind. So let's just get started. So again, welcome into the top 10. This list is made of 7 days of actual aftermarket sales. So the CovrPrice algorithms are considering major sales, units sold, and percentage growth in deciding which comics make the list. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Every week we have a runner-up. What do we have this week?
All right, this week, not quite on the list, but on the list, Daredevil 14 from Marvel, December 2016. So that leaked Daredevil Reborn, or I'm sorry, Daredevil trailer is making the rounds once again. Now that internet sleuths have gotten their hands on it, the sleuthing has begun. One quick discovery is Muse, a potential villain for the series, is involved somehow. So that's sending fans over to the aftermarket to secure his first appearance, which is quickly growing out of reach for some collectors. Now, the pivot to his first cover appearance was also a natural reaction. So we've tracked 13 copies sold, a 7-day growth trend of 10%, high sell of $101,
Whew.
a CGC 9.8, and current near mint raw copies are $27, everybody.
Wow. Not bad.
Let's answer this question real quick. So if you're new to the show, people in the chat like to kind of keep track of where they are on the list. So this is book number 1. So if you have 0 out of 1, that means you don't own this. If you're 1 out of 1, congratulations, because you're on the board.
There
And
you
yeah,
go.
Gabe, if you guys have watched the trailer, I remember you said this was what you were most excited about coming out of. Yeah.
Yeah, I found the leaked trailer and I'm excited for it. I am excited for that more than ever, especially since I don't know if it's a spoiler or anything, but they said that they are going to do that one-shot sequence in this series as well. So I'm looking forward.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You got Punisher back. You got this Muse character showing up for the first time. I don't know. Maybe I saw Bullseye. I'm really hoping for Bullseye. Fingers crossed. I got his first appearance. But yeah, dude, Daredevil, Born Again. I'm all about it. I can't wait for that to come out, and I'm glad to see some stuff popping off here that's Daredevil related.
Yeah, it's nice to see this, man, especially with the Daredevil and coming out and everything. I'm so looking forward to it, man. I really enjoyed the first few seasons and looking forward to the next one.
I
that
enjoy
Netflix series is the greatest thing that's ever come out of Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I put that like 1A, 1B with like Endgame and Infinity War. Like that was incredible. So, Daredevil was one of my favorite characters. So.
Great fight scenes too, man. I mean, amazing. Especially the stairway fight scene going down was my favorite of all the fight scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, very.
I mean,
cool,
they went on for a long time with that fight scene. I mean, I was like, dude, this is going. And then as they go down the stairs, man, they're still fighting down the stairs, and I'm like, wow.
And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, is a weird thing to kind of crush your fingers over, but fingers crossed, I'm hoping they give us Junkie Karen Page. I really want to see Junkie Karen Page giving up Daredevil's secret.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to happen, but
no.
Fingers crossed.
Time will tell, right? Time will tell. A couple of you made the board right out of the gate, so that's awesome. For the runner-up this week, we have Daredevil number 14 with a CGC 9.8 coming in at just over $100. Seems pretty reasonable if you really want to invest in this new character, and 10% growth trend. Not too shabby.
Very nice. Not too shabby.
What do we have for the official kicking off the list?
Wow, what an amazing question. Comes with an amazing book. I love this book, by the way. Number 10 is Something is Killing the Children, number 1 by Boom Studios, published in September of 2019. Not long after its debut, Something is Killing the Children boomed into popularity. It was all anyone could talk about as fans scoured back issue bins and out-of-the-way shops for a first print copy. A few years later, and once the hype has slightly subsided, the announcement of a series adaptation from Netflix was coming. Then pretty much crickets. Until recently, when Boom Studios social posted a picture from James Tynion featuring the front page of the first draft for the second episode of the series. So there is hope. Fans immediately attacked the aftermarket with renewed interest, doing their best to secure a copy of one of the most popular and limited modern series. We tracked 11 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 29%, with a high sale of $825 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint raw of $446. Wow, it's going up to that much now, huh?
It was selling for more than that, not to when this was first announced to be.
Yeah.
It was like $1,000 book back in like the
Yeah.
pandemic era.
Was it? So it went down then, huh?
This and the Frizzen one where she's holding the knife.
Yeah.
I think that was the 1 in 100. I'm not positive, but this title, yeah, I saw it all over social media. I'm so excited. I've met James a couple of times, and he's a really cool dude. He's very down to earth, very chill.
Mhm.
Have you
I
met
remem-
him, Gabe?
Actually, I've driven him to his hotel before.
What? What?
Yeah.
Of course, Gabe.
Drop.
I don't have a Gabe drove somebody button, but that's good enough.
Right. Oh my God. Gabe, of course. Gabe knows everybody in town, of course. And everybody that comes into town, of course.
That's right. No, not really.
I don't know if this one got to 2K, maybe close. It was up
You
there.
know,
I know it was over
yeah.
1,000 for sure.
I missed the boat on this one, but just like the read said, it was, first you heard something about it becoming a series or something's coming up.
That
There was really not much
Netflix
to-
had like a first
Yeah.
refusal
Yeah.
contract for it or something.
Exactly. And then after a while, of course, you didn't hear anything about it. I think this is the first time again that we're actually hearing something take place with this book right now.
So what does that mean though, Marty? Like, what are we talking about time-wise? Now that we have like a picture of a script, how much longer?
Oh, I don't see this coming out for another 2-3 years at that, because in the whole production, the scheme of production and everything, they have to, of course, get the writers, they have to get the screen productions, they have to get the actors. So there's a lot of things that they still have to prepare for. And according to what I'm seeing already, there's really nothing in the works right now. So it's just talks, if you will.
Got it. All right. Very cool. Again, a lot of you in the chat already have this, and most of you held, which was smart. Number 10, Something is Killing the Children. Number 1, with a top sale for CGC 9.8 coming at $825 and a 7-day trend of 29%. What do we have for number 9?
Number 9, coming back from last week, Power Fantasy number 1, the Casper Wingard Chase. This came out this month in August. So chase versions of comics are atypical. Unlike other hobbies, ratio variants typically dominate the aftermarket. Rarely do we see a chase version reach such heights. But as more information comes out, we may just be getting started. The print run for this version is currently unknown, but the consensus has been that it's a pretty low print run. This series already had some hype building up on it before its debut, and the rumor and confirmation of a chase copy to chase put it on the map. While it's not seeing wild aftermarket values, it's receiving something arguably more important to a fledgling series. A lot of fan attention and interaction with the series. So we tracked 17 copies sold, 7-day growth trend of 21%, high sell $21 for a near mint copy, and currently we're looking at $12 for raw near mint copies.
Seems reasonable still. And now, how did you tell the difference between the chase copy and the standard trade?
This one, the chase copy here on the cover, it's all white at the top.
Yeah.
The regular cover copy has kind of like a square outline of it, and the image logo is like more in the middle.
Has anybody read this one yet?
No.
I've read the synopsis, but not the actual book. The synopsis sounds badass, though. It sounds right up my
Does it?
alley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. You can't go wrong with Image, especially when they come out with new series. If you're going to speculate, if you're going to almost hope for a possibility of something to come out, especially, you can't go wrong with Image, and I would say 1 through 5 are always the safe bet, if you want to speculate on that.
Yeah. I would pick this up if I found it for $12. I think that's reasonable for a chase.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, look at that. Acolyte was canceled. You heard about that, Gabe, right?
I heard about that.
You were bummed. They're all
No, I barely made it through the first episode.
I know they're just messing with you. I almost finished the whole thing. Almost. I just didn't get to
Did you really? You almost finished the whole thing.
Yeah,
Hey, speaking of that, I
going.
finished X-Men. Okay, and I absolutely loved it, Gabe. I just thought I have to tell you that, man. I absolutely loved it, man.
So I'm glad that there's two of us on this panel that watched that show.
Yeah. Rub it in. I'll get to it. I will get to it. All right, number 9, the Power Fantasy number 1, the Chase variant with a raw coming in at $21 and a 7-day trend of 21%. What do we have for book number 8?
Yes. Oh, look at this cover. Wow. This is Blood Hunt number 5 by Cale New. This is the 1-in-25 ratio. Published by Marvel in July of 2024, so fairly new. Did someone say they wanted more Doctor Doom? No? Well, here's some more. Just take a look at this cover from Cale New. Not only does it grace the cover of the widely popular Blood Hunt series, but it also has Doom front and center in full Doom mode. It doesn't get much better for collectors, and those who secured a copy have propelled it to a healthy aftermarket. We tracked 14 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 16%, with a high sale of $60 for a near mint copy and a current near mint raw of $54. Okay, $60 for a near mint copy and a current near mint raw of $54. Okay,
it's beautiful.
Pretty close.
It's a beautiful go. I'd pay for it. I mean, my God, this is a gorgeous cover.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed it was Cal New. His stuff is always very edgy. He always has really sharp lines, and so I looking at this, I wouldn't have been like, "Oh yeah, that's him." But it's fantastic, and I like that.
Who do you got there? You got Doctor Strange in the background, right? And then, yep. Who's that behind him? Doctor Strange and who?
Behind him, the girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is she wearing red or pink? I can't tell.
I can't tell.
Purplish.
Purple. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
beautiful. Nevertheless, beautiful cover. I love it. I would definitely. I would jump the fence for this raw.
Does anything significant happen in this issue? Like, I know they're saying I've been hearing that Doom becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. Is this the issue where that happens, or is there anything significant about this other than it being a cool cover? Is just my question.
So far, it just says it's a cool cover. That's all I can tell on here. But I think that's Clea. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Songbird.
Okay. I gotcha.
People are just making stuff up. They're like, "Oh, it's Psylocke."
It's Psylocke. It's Wonder Woman.
I wouldn't guess that was Clea. It doesn't look like her typical. Maybe it is though. Yeah. All right, very cool. Guys, there are 78 of you hanging out with us right now, and we only have 3 thumbs ups. I know it seems like a pain in the ass to press that little button, but it does help us grow. So please do that if you haven't already. Number 8, we have Blood Hunt number 25 or number 5, the 1-in-25 by Cal New with a raw coming in at $60 and a 7-day trend of 16%. What do you have for book number 7?
Book number 7, back on the charts. What's up? Hello, old friend. This is Doom number 1, the Sanford Green regular cover. This came out in May of 2024. This is the book that has started the resurgence of Doctor Doom love, featuring a stellar cover, a tribute to a beloved underground rapper, and of course, we get some cool Doctor Doom action in here. It has a little bit of everything everyone can appreciate. And love it they have, routinely shelling out big bucks to make it theirs and propelling this one shot to become one of the hottest books of the year. We tracked 17 copies sold, 7-day growth trend of 9%, with a high sale of $151 for that CGC 9.8, and current near mint raw is sitting at $44.
44. What do you think, Gabe? Do you think this is going to maintain its momentum and stay strong in a key book? Or do you think eventually this is probably going to subside and go down a little bit, man? I mean, I enjoyed this. I actually read this and I really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen the inner art on this, it's absolutely beautiful, man. Really well done, too.
It's a stellar story. It's beautiful art. I think it's going to stay popular because it's like, again, it's not like a first appearance. It's not like anything that's really, there's no enhancement covers, there's no gimmicky stuff involved with this. It's just a beautiful book with an amazing story. So I think it's always going to be one of those kind of pinnacle, and it's a one shot. Like, you don't need to worry about getting 6 issues or anything like that. It's a beautiful one and done kind of book experience. So I think it's going to stay popular, but things always slide. So I think it might end up sliding, but we'll see what kind of happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's one of those things where like, and it was an under the radar book. A lot like Ultimate Spider-Man #1. Like nobody was on board with it. Nobody shops obviously under ordered it because they just went crazy day one. So I think it's always going to be like a nice kind of underground hit kind of a book.
Yeah. And it's a Sanford Green, right? So I mean, come on.
Absolutely. The cover's beautiful. All the interiors. It's like a 60-page book, so it's like an extra double-sized book. So there's a lot going for it. It's great. I love it.
It's a good read. It's a really good read, and you're not going to get it. It's not cheesy one bit. I mean, it's very almost adult contented, if you will, the way the storyline is. But I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah, I think you guys nailed it right on the head. I think it will be a classic. I am partial to the Adi Granov cover because I think it was just so well done. But yeah, I think getting a hold of this, if you don't own one yet, get in on it. If you're not a Sanford Green fan,
it's interesting what the collectors decide on these kinds of things, right? Which one's the popular cover? It ended up being this one in this case.
Yeah, this was the one. Yeah.
All right, number 7, we have Doom #1, the Sanford Green regular, a CGC 9.8 coming in at 151, 7-day trend of 9%. And yeah, this has been on the list so many times, so it's good to see it coming back. Speaking of which,
this one's back again. Yes.
Gabe, is this back?
It's back.
Oh,
it's back.
Told you.
Oh, so there was a little side bet.
I don't remember exactly what the terms of our bet was, though. Like Gabe and we made some sort of bet over this book, and I just don't remember what we said.
Something about it going down in price or something.
Yeah, well, and I think it went up.
The prices, yeah. I mean, look at it. Okay. Infamous Iron Man #1 by Marvel in October of 2016. Mere moments after Robert Downey Jr. walked on stage, this book exploded, featuring the first appearance of Dr. Doom as Iron Man with a Tony Stark AI to boot. It was bound to get hot. It calmed down some, but there's still a ton of hype behind it. Evidenced by its spot on the list. We tracked 54 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 10%. With a high sale of $255 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint raw of $49. Honestly, I guess there's really not much to say about this book based off the read, but yeah. So I mean, I say me personally, a book, flip it. I say flip this one, man.
Yeah. So the last time it was on the list.
Oh damn! Are you fact checking?
I'm fact checking this, girl. I know what's up.
Steve, like shit.
That's right. August 6th is the last time we had it here on the list. It was a high sell of $300 for a 9.8 and raw was 67.
$300 for a 9.8. So it went down $5.
No. Okay, but we still have time. I don't know if we put a time limit on this bet.
But the 7
it's gonna be fun to track it though. Now we got something kind of track here, I guess.
Yeah, now you and I can keep. Okay, so it went from a 300 to 255. All right.
I personally think you're going to start seeing more of this go down and down and down, especially for this one, to be honest, because there's way too many Iron Man Doom books out there, cross links and everything. I don't see this one holding up very long.
Plus, we don't know what's going on with Doom, right? Is it evil Tony Stark? Is it just Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, as Victor Von Doom? You know, they just hired him because he's an amazing actor or whatever.
That's kind of the idea. That's what everybody's saying it is.
He's in a scarred up, face paint, and he's going to have a mask on the whole time. Mm-hmm. Who knows, right? It could just be Victor Von Doom. It could have nothing to do with Iron Man, which is what I hope and I want to happen. But, nobody ever called me and asked my opinion. But Marvel should. So they're screwing it up.
So you guys heard it from Gabe himself. Please give him a call and ask his opinion.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, you feel free. Let's chart this. Let's see what happens. We'll give it until, I don't know, until the movie comes out.
Yeah. That'd be interesting, Chris, if you would do that. Yeah, because when it comes to speculation, I wouldn't mind seeing where this book goes, I wouldn't mind. Me personally, like I said, I just don't see it really, staying on very long. But,
It fell off last week. It wasn't even on the list whatsoever.
No, it wasn't.
So,
yeah.
That's true. That's true.
It came back up, again, it's one of those books that like everybody that wants one probably has one at this point, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes.
Number 6, Infamous Iron Man #1, top sale for a 9.8, coming in at $255, a 7-day trend of 10%. We are halfway through the list. We're at 91 viewers, guys. I'd love it if we got to 100 before we tuned out for the night.
Wow,
Make sure you give us
already? We're
Yeah,
only
cool, right?
7 minutes into the show, and we've got that many guys.
That's
thank
right.
you so much. Thank you.
Let your friends know. Share this. Tell your mom. Tell your mom I said, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Get your mom in here. All right.
Yeah.
What do we have for number 5? Halfway through the list.
Number 5, we got X-Men Origins Gambit, my boy. Number 1, this is June of 2009. So potential spoilers here. So let's see what we got going on, but spoilers. Strangely, it took nearly 20 years for a definitive origin of Gambit to appear in comics. And here we are. The Gambit love is back in full force when fans saw that amazing, awesome, incredible, super cool cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine. He was already hot thanks to X-Men 97, but Deadpool and Wolverine are cranking the heat up again. It's gotten more fans thinking, just who is this guy? Well, they did a little digging and discovered this gem of an issue sporting an awesome Gambit cover, and his origin is within. We've tracked 9 copies sold, 7-day growth trend of 129%, high sell $64 for a near mint copy. Whoa! And near mint raw is $43 right now.
Wait, Gabe, why did it take 20 years for the origin to appear? I don't understand that.
I would have to say it's because he's always been a mysterious character.
So did they never do an origin story on him originally in the X-Men series?
I don't know, because I don't know about this book in particular. So sorry, I don't know the details of this book. But there's been hints and little kind of drafts of his origin throughout X-Men comics, like him being in the Thief Guild and things like that. So I don't know what they touch on here that's any different, but it's one of those things where you want to keep your mysterious characters a mystery, kind of like Wolverine. You know, he had like a shady mystery that nobody kind of knew about, memory implants and all that kind of stuff. And once you start unveiling the details, that mystique and that mystere that makes these characters popular kind of loses their sizzle a little bit. So that's why it probably took them a while to do it. So,
okay.
You know, and because the reason why I ask is, you know, there was the X-Men Wolverine origin, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Gabe, but I think 101 was the origin of Storm, right? Wasn't 101 the origin of Storm?
I believe that's right. I think it's in that area of things, that early Claremont. Yeah,
the early Claremont. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. And so I just never saw anything on Gambit, so I was just curious. Maybe you're the X-Men man, so you would know better than me. Yeah.
Look at that. Our chat's awesome. You guys, I'm blown away by the amount of participation that we're getting. This is really cool. It just makes me very happy.
It gives you that warm and fuzzy, doesn't it?
It does. I'm not gonna get emotional while we're live, but there you go. Number 5, X-Men Origins Gambit #1 with a top raw sale going in at $64, a 7-day trend of 129%. What do we have for book number 4?
Number 4, and it's back again. And I love this cover. Matter of fact, this whole week I was eyeing this on eBay, and I think I'm really this close jumping the fence. But Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, number 254, published by Marvel in November of 1989. While this book sports an incredibly iconic and beloved cover, it took a billion-dollar movie to make it more known to masses. Beautifully nodded to In Deadpool and Wolverine, this cover has been hot for months. Recently, a behind-the-scenes look from the film put it into a little more context, enticing fans who may have been on the fence to take a second look. Woo-hoo! We tracked 84 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 4%, with a high sale of $300 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current fine raw dog of $31.
So you didn't pull the trigger, Marty? You didn't buy it?
I didn't buy it yet. I did not buy it yet, but it's okay. So this is on my radar, the Uncanny X-Men 251 and the Doom #1. Those are 2 on my radar right now. I just have not hopped that fence, but I think after tonight, I might just have to make a purchase on eBay, you know?
So, Barney, what was the prices like when you were looking at it? Like, what let me ask you this. Let me take that back. As a collector, what is like your condition ratio? Are you always like a near mint guy?
No, not at all.
Like, where's your scale?
For this book, it's a 1989. I'm okay with an 8, 7.57. Okay,
nice.
9 point. Yeah. I've always been a firm believer. Better a low grade than a no grade, right? Because you can always upgrade later on. But the problem is you don't want that book to get out of your reach. You don't want to get it to where it is unreachable and you're like, I can't even afford a low grade. You know what I mean?
You don't think it's there yet?
Nah, I don't think so. But, I don't know. That's my personal opinion. And I think for the most part, I'm okay with I'd say an 8.0 for this bad boy. Or unless I go raw. Now that's a whole different story. Then I really look at, the edges. I look at the cover. I really really look into what I'm getting and see if the pages are white and everything like that. And I don't go off of what they say, fine or very fine or near mint. I'll look myself. Yeah, I'll look myself. So
good. You're being smart about it.
Yeah,
good
for sure.
William Munn, I know you are listening to us while driving a forklift at a foundry. So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. We like to have as many people in here as we can. So yeah.
Very nice. William Munn. Any relations to Olivia Munn? If so, then we'd love to have her on the show sometime.
Tell her I said, "Yo, girl, what's up?"
You guys, look at these guys. It's crazy. Timothy, you're killing it tonight, by the way. I was looking at your numbers. Really, really cool. Number 4, the Uncanny X-Men, number 251, with a 9.8 coming in at $300, 7-day trend of 4%. And let's keep moving. What do we have for 3?
Number 3, you got some more Daredevil on this list this week. Oh, yeah. And with this one, it's Daredevil number 11, the Ron Garney regular cover, September 2016. So the first appearance of Muse is steadily rocketing up the charts. Like Echo before him, most fans have no idea who the character was until he popped up in the leaked Daredevil Born Again trailer. So previously we had his first cover appearance, and this is Muse's first appearance. Immediately, fans were eager to find out who this guy was, what motivates him to be a serial killer, and how in the heck this guy would be able to stand up to Daredevil. Before the leak, this book was much easier to come by, but as excitement for the series grows, it's becoming increasingly hard to secure. We tracked 19 copies sold, 7-day growth trend of 60%, high sell $208 for that CGC 9.8, and current near mint raw is $50.
Yeah. I'm okay going raw on a lot of these books, man. And I'm sort of particular on what I go for graded books if I'm gonna buy, right? But for something like this, I would go raw. What do you think?
I mean, it's whatever kind of a collector you are, but yeah, I agree. For these kinds of books, like newer books, I'm not much of a CGC person for new books.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be a hard one to find if you're very picky about condition. It's going to be hard to find a good condition because that all white cover, those things are always dirty. They're always just smeared with dirt. You can see like spine cracks on them real gnarly. No. I don't know what the back cover looks like. That could be another just trouble as well. So, but this is kind of
be careful when you any white book you buy, any white cover book you buy. Be very very cautious and be very very just particular. Look at every piece of that inside, the back, the front covers, the edges along. I mean, especially any type of white covered books, because that and black cover books are very, very hard to get high grades on,
And me, I have an eBay rule that I never bid or watch or anything on a listing that doesn't show the back cover. I don't care what they say. I don't care what that first image looks like of the cover. If I can't look at that back cover, I judge the back cover just as much as I judge a front cover. So these are one of those ones where, like, if I don't see the back cover, I ain't touching it. I got my own kind of set of rules when I do eBay.
Good to know, man. Good to know.
Yeah, this is
And
stunning.
and I think everyone does too. You know, everyone has that certain niche that, or a certain, I guess, way they collect. That they have to have that particular thing that really resonates with them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I have my own picadillos when it comes down to like condition and listings and things like that.
Picadillo.
We should coin that. Picadillo.
I'm gonna coin the picadillo. watch Otto's gonna do a video and do it in the morning. You know, Otto always does a video in the morning after the show whenever one of you guys or me says something crazy, right?
That's right.
Look what he said.
He did a whole one on there about the whole tongue bath thing.
Okay, look at this.
Yeah, buddy, you know it's a Prime 1 collector. Yeah, get that Prime meat right there, son.
Oh my god. Number 3, Daredevil. Number 11, the Ron Garney. Yeah, this Muse character is just gaining so much momentum. I like the idea of it. I like that he was painting like blood from people he killed. It's very, I don't know. It's cool. It's a cool character.
I haven't read this Charles Soule run yet, and I'm kicking myself in the pants. So I really want to read this now.
I haven't, and I like Charles Soule too. So I need to get to it. 9.8, 208, 7-day trend, 60%. We are almost there, folks. We are number 2. What do we got?
Look at this. Yes. So the unbelievable Gwenpool #1 by Gurihiru. Regular cover, published by Marvel in April of 2016. A whole new set of fans are discovering Gwenpool thanks to Fortnite releasing a new battle pass with Gwenpool as a dedicated skin. New and old fans are taking a look at the character. What a better transition than picking up a copy of this book. Colorful, exuberant, oh so Gwenpool. It's a readily accessible key for new fans to acquire that give them more in-depth look at who Gwenpool is. We tracked 25 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 131% with a high sale of $95 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint raw of 67.
Fortnite,
now,
baby, that's a beast. Man.
I'm really surprised to see this because I believe I think the variant is the one that was the very popular book. I believe it's the one with her in the pool. Do you remember?
Yeah, and like the floaty.
Yeah, that one was going for a very popular for quite some time, and that one was catching a pretty good penny for like $120 back in the day. But yeah, I'm surprised to actually see this cover come up.
King of Golden State, you got to care about Fortnite. They've had Star Wars, Doom. They had all the Avengers. Like they own so many of these, or not own, but they get a piece of so many of these properties. It's pretty incredible.
I also remember when what was that one? It was a Fortnite comic book, right? That had like Batman on it, and you were getting
and you got a code on the inside to unlock certain skins.
Yeah, and then all the soccer moms were like coming into comic book stores buying it up, and it became like a really expensive book.
I have to go with James on this. King of the Golden State. I am not a Fortnite guy.
It's so much fun.
I'm not, and I just could not get into it. I enjoyed, of course, the game, watching it, because my stepdaughter at the time, when she was younger, she played this all the time, so I just watch her play it, and but it was interesting, but just not big into Fortnite myself. So
it's just Hunger Games. Think of it like Hunger Games. You land, and then the circle just slowly gets smaller and smaller, and you have to be the last man standing. And I don't know, it's fun.
It's Call of Duty. I'd rather play Call of Duty. Yeah,
but you can't dance in Call of Duty, and you can't build.
I can dance all I want when I play Call of Duty, with or without pants on.
Oh, so. So your boy the alien said the secret that's a Secret Wars book with her on the. Thank you, your boy. Yeah, I thought I remember that one. I just couldn't remember it. Was it Secret Wars?
It was during that Secret Wars, that Jonathan Hickman 2015 Secret Wars. They had all those spin-off series, and that was like the cover. That was actually just like a gag, and it ended up being like a popular thing, and it made her.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Chris, I would do duos with you, but I'm probably too good for you to play with.
Whoa, dude, the gauntlet has been thrown, son.
I'm just saying,
that is straight just demasculating, bro. You got to make it happen. Where's the Twitch account? Let's see it.
I play way too much Fortnite. It's bad.
Laura and Chris Fortniting. Streaming.
We almost got 100 people on the show. Do you think I'm good at Fortnite?
Terrible.
You said terrible.
Terrible.
We're at 99 people. One more person getting in the show for me. Number 2, the unbelievable Gwenpool. Number 1, the Giri Hiru regular with a CGC 9.8 coming in at $95. A 7-day trend of 131%. Hot damn. What do we have number 1?
Man, talk about hot damn. Everybody, if you're here, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if it's your first time here, especially if you want to see Laura take down Chris hardcore in Fortnite.
There we go.
Yo-Yo King is going to get stomped on.
Man,
Lord.
we're going to have...
You should see the private message right now. She's talking mad head, bro. Like, this is going to be a real thing. Let me get back on topic here.
Yeah, right.
Transformers number 11, James Herron, thank you cover. This one's so cool. This Transformers run has been an absolute tear. Fans are loving it. You know what else they love? Super dope covers. James Herron delivered that in spades with this thank you variant, providing an amazing cover swap from his stellar Ultra Mega number 1 cover. It's quickly become the key to acquire, as many fans are just discovering his talents and how epic this Transformers run is. They should have known that from issue 1. This series is great. We tracked 71 copies sold of this issue, of this cover, with a 7-day growth trend of 100%. High sell $95 for a near mint plus copy, and current near mint raw is going for $77.
Okay. Wow. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Wow. I think someone in the chat, I think it was Karen Perlman, said we hit 100. Did we hit 100?
Yeah, we did. We hit 100, which is awesome. So thank you guys for doing that. That's so cool.
Thank you so much.
I'm not surprised. This cover's badass. This is so well done. I like the whole perspective, the color, everything. It fits.
I love Ultra Magnus. I mean, I'm a fan of the original Transformers movie that came out, the cartoon one that broke me as a little child.
Right.
if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, everybody. You know what's up.
They came out with the Autobots along that time, the Transformers, all those classic ones, man.
It was a Transformers came out. It broke my heart as a kid because Optimus Prime dies, and then they try to do the same thing in the G.I. Joe movie, but they flinched and changed it at the last second. Yeah, Ultra Magnus. Sorry, buddy, you weren't the chosen one. You got taken down the way that Chris is going to get taken down by Laura in Fortnite.
Good Lord, look at that!
Drool it up, son.
Wait a minute. I have to go with Team Laura on this one. Since you're going Team Chris, I'm going Team Laura.
Thank you. I'm pretty damn good. Like I really am. I'm good with shotguns. I'm good at that game. I play way too much. During the whole like COVID thing, I played hours with my son and I got so good at it. But number 1, Transformers number 11, the James Herron thank you cover. So this was a top sale raw $95 with a 7-day trend of 100%.
Damn!
That's right.
Hopefully you guys got your hands on this if you haven't already. That's it for us tonight, guys. That's the show. Yeah. We're done. All right, let's do a quick round table. We'll start with Gabe. Say your goodbyes.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for showing up. I want to see this Fortnite thing go down. I want to see like a Lords of the Long Box Twitch account where we could play games and blow up pools, because that's all they really do on Twitch. It's just hot shakes and swimming pools. But either way, thanks everybody for showing up, and we'll see everybody next week. It's true.
It is true.
It's true.
Bubble baths. Yeah.
Bubble baths. There we go.
Marty, last words.
Yeah, coming from the doghouse and the witness protection facility that I'm currently in right now, I just want to say thanks for joining us. Always, it was great to have you, and thank you so much for the 100 viewers, subscribers, and likes, man. And if you're watching us on the rewind, please share. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button, and we're here for you. We're doing it for you for the love of it. We love it.
We do.
That's all I got, Laura.
It's so much fun hanging out with you guys every week. Like I really, really enjoy this. And I like that I can talk to you guys about TiVo and you remember all the same stuff I do. It's just cool. This is just a good place to be every week. So thank you guys for being a part of it. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you on Thursday for the Shakers show. So make sure you're here for that. Until then, guys, have an awesome night.
For the entire crew, this is TiVo saying keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.